All right, it's a post-game show. It's Bears-Eagles. We are recording currently in Barstool River North, so if you're a hint of music, a hint of people talking, that's what it is. Bears lost, obviously. Before we get into it, this podcast is brought to you by ChevyDriveChicago.com. We're going to be here in 3 weeks.
Yeah, the vibes were great today.
Yeah.
Can't wait to run it back.
They were great. So 3 weeks on January 8th. If you want to come join us for that game, you got to go to ChevyDriveChicago.com, and you can enter to win. Like I said, all you got to do is go there, and while you're there, check out the new fleet, the Colorado, the Silverado, the Tahoe. Dave, you're looking at the Tahoe?
I've been looking at the Malibu, to be honest.
The Malibu.
Yeah.
I like that. I
can see you being a Malibu guy.
That's good. A lot of good stuff there. The Equinox, Smitty.
Big time. I used to own a Malibu.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, 2003.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Chevy Malibu.
There
Best
you
car
go.
I ever had.
Oh, there you go.
Really
Chevy
good
Malibu.
car.
Go check that out. But ChevyDriveChicago.com.
And then you can get your oil changed, tires rotated, brakes changed, all that stuff too.
You can get it all done there. But ChevyDriveChicago.com, one more time. If you want to enter the sweepstakes to win, to watch the last game of the season with us at Barstool River North, go do that, and we'll ride out the ship.
It's our little draft party. Tankathon.
Yes, we'll ride out the ship. So, all right, so Bears lose. We're here with Smitty. It's me, White Sox Dave, and Chief and Smitty. Smitty, welcome to the show, first and foremost.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for bringing me into your beautiful city again. Dare I say Chicago's underrated?
Underrated?
As a city? Is that possible to say?
You had a great time with the boys
coming from
last
New
night.
York and Philly? Like, I don't think it's that. And this is winter time where it's cold as fucking dick. Like, it's cold in New York. It's cold in Philly. It's different here. I can't imagine what it's like in the summer.
Yeah, no, summer's definitely
When, like,
different.
you can actually
It's a
live.
different level.
yeah,
do
it's
something.
the best summer city in the entire world. It really is.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's
It's
what
not
White
me
Sox
saying, it's
Dave
what
says.
they
Yeah.
say.
So, thank you for that compliment, Smitty. That's a good point. I mean, it's maybe in a way it's becoming underrated because people are starting to dump on it a little bit. So, I could see that, but
That kind of felt like an Eagles guy patting us on the head a little bit.
You think
like,
so?
your team stinks, but your city's nice.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
the city's great, but your teams
Yeah.
suck.
yeah.
no, but we're designed to lose, and we wanted to lose today, and that's
All
exactly
five
what
teams?
happened. No, not all five teams. We don't want all 5 teams to lose.
They
We
all
wanted to
lose though.
Correct,
Lots.
We
They
wa-
lose a lot.
Yeah, we want to lose today. However, we fucking gave you guys a game today.
Yeah. You contain Jalen Hurts. It's only the second game that he actually played shitty. Yeah, he still threw for 300 yards. We turned the ball over twice. The Eagles turned the ball over 3 times. That doesn't happen at all this season. And you showed some fight. Fields is a beast. Like, he's going to be fine. But I don't know. Coach is still a coward for punting on the 31-yard line. Like, I don't understand that.
It was
whatsoever.
a weird spot for the Eagles, I feel, because they were coming off that big win last week. You guys absolutely demolished the Giants.
Yeah.
And almost like, because do you play Dallas next week?
Dallas, Christmas Eve.
Big
Dallas
over-
just lost.
yeah.
They suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, big overlook spot.
Yeah.
It's almost like you guys came in and you're like, hey, let's just kind of make quick work. And the Bears are, the big joke is that we're frisky, but we actually are.
Yeah.
Like, we are. So-
They are. And it's like everybody's hurt. They had in Simba Webster catching passes today. Like,
Who in the fuck
who
is that?
is that guy?
I've never heard of him ever.
You know, they did the graphic right at the start of the game where N'Keal Harry was out and Chase Claypool were out. And I'm like, I don't know if they have 4 wide receivers on the roster.
Even when I was reminded of what was the guy that had the fumble, the Iowa receiver.
Marset
IJK
Smith.
or whatever.
Marset.
Smith
So
Marset.
even then, I was like, oh, I remember him at Iowa.
Yeah.
Because after my memory was jogged a little bit, this guy, I'm like,
I think he said he went to Eastern Washington or something.
who in the fuck is that guy? That's where we're
But
at
that's
right
the
now.
state of things, yeah.
That's the state of things, but they don't play bad football. Which
I
is
mean,
a product of the coaching staff. I think.
Other than when Fields has the ball in his hands and the occasional Montgomery run, you guys are the most boring fucking team of all time.
Our offensive line was very bad today, too.
Yeah.
Horrible.
It was very poor.
That was watching a crouton get staler and staler by the second.
It was
do you just not do any hurry up offense?
I think they're trying to take the air out of the game a little bit too.
Yeah,
you
probably
know,
by design a little bit.
And then to Ed, your point, the
It was
offensive
just
line
boring
was
as well
bad.
shit.
Tevin Jenkins went down early.
Scary.
They tried very scary. I still don't. Did you see what happened or no?
it was a neck injury. I haven't seen anything reported. We were recording directly after the game, so
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything at the moment.
So Leatherwood, rough day. Schofield, rough day. Riley Reef, rough day. So that whole
White hair, rough day.
White hair,
rough
yeah.
day, very rough day.
So it was Mustafa, rough day.
Across the board.
Yeah.
across
So
the
it
board.
it felt like, they're a team with no depth. So when you have an injury, it really, really hurts.
Yeah. Now, a question about the Eagles, too, and obviously it's a Bears show, but, we're talking about the game. And while I do think it was a little bit maybe Sirianni and the boys that came in here and they're like, we're going to, let's just stay healthy and let's just play a little patty cake and move it on.
Well, you say that, but how many design runs did Jalen Hurts take today in which he's lowering his fucking shoulder?
But they had to do
So
it out of necessity
stupid.
because it was almost like, all right, now we have to start really playing
Yeah.
because we
Right.
can't fuck up and lose
I don't know.
this game.
The game script was off from the very
That's what
beginning.
I'm saying. What the fuck was that game plan?
Yeah,
Do you
it
guys
was-
always chuck it 40 times a game like that?
No.
That was
The
crazy.
Bears' rush defense is one of the worst in the league.
That's what I don't understand.
And
Yeah.
they
you guys
just-
know our front seven is not one.
And Miles Sanders didn't get a touch or a carry until the second quarter. It's like,
Yeah.
what are we
And it
doing?
was cold
What are
and
we
it was
doing?
windy.
yeah.
So
exactly.
you would think that would be the day. Yeah, I think they made a point of it. Where it was like Miles Sanders hasn't had. I think he had 2 carries at one point. He broke one off for 9-10 in a first down. But yeah, it was an odd game plan from them.
And that's what's scary about the Eagles. They're the most. They're 13-1, but they're sometimes a very frustrating 13-1. Maybe if they were playing better
This is my
competition at times,
point.
it wouldn't be this way.
When I was talking about the Seahawks last week, obviously the Eagles are the best team in the NFC record-wise by a large margin. I don't think that the Eagles, and we just saw it today, if they lost in the first round, I would not be surprised.
I would be surprised.
I'd be very surprised.
I would too.
Come on. I mean, it's going to be the second round because they're going to have a bye.
I'd be very
but
surprised.
Yeah. No,
yeah, it's not something. It's not crazy like if the Chiefs would have lost with those early Mahomes
I don't know,
teams
man.
and everything.
Yeah, I don't think they're as dominant.
no,
as, right.
they're not.
But I do think that they've got a great offensive line. They got a nasty defense, especially up front. And today, like we said, it was a look ahead spot kind of. You got Dallas coming off the Giants win. You're in Soldier Field. It's weird conditions. I think the Eagles get in the playoffs at home. They're going to be a very, very
Where
tough
they play
out.
next week?
They're at Dallas
At
and
Dallas.
then at home
That's
against
the
the
measuring
Saints.
stick.
Well, I mean, they only need to win one more game out of the 3 to clinch home field, so I don't really think it's the measuring stick. They're going to try to win.
You still want to win that game.
Yeah, of course.
You still want to win that game.
And the following week, they play the Saints, and they need to win because they own the Saints. I think it's the 6th overall pick right now.
Yeah.
So
Saints just
addition
won
by
today, I
subtraction.
believe, right?
They did, David.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some other kind of notes, I guess I'll say, is we might have a kicker issue, to say the least.
I think so.
To say the least. We passed up. We punted on the
31.
31.
48-yarder.
I mean, that's a 48-yarder. If you're an NFL kicker, that's a very makeable kick. He's missed 5 extra points on the year now, 2 field goals. The onside kick, I mean, that was kind of a weird, not your traditional looking onside kick.
That was a spinner.
Yeah. I don't know.
He just had it flat on his side.
Which
Yeah.
is fine, though. I mean,
If it works.
If it's
yeah.
you know.
But it was just I don't know,
feel like it's getting
everything
cute.
about him, it seems like the shine is off. Dave and I were arguing about this during the game. I think he's certainly not guaranteed a job next year.
No, not at all. I
Yeah.
mean,
No, this was the turning point for me, and it was watching him how he placed the ball on the ground for the onside kick. That was all I needed to see.
That's
After
it.
that, instead of
Well,
Put
wasn't
it-
the missed 41-yarder or the fact they didn't trust him from 31?
no, he's been good until today.
I don't
He had the
think
one
so.
stinker where he had kicked a couple balls out of bounds.
Yeah.
But
there's been a lot of issues with him.
Field goal wise, he's been good all
I think
year.
he's 18 to 21
he
now.
only missed 2 coming into today.
yeah.
So field goal wise, he's been very strong.
Yes.
He's been having a PAT issue. It's hard though if you don't trust someone to kick a 49-yarder. Granted, the wind was really wacky today. Elliott's a damn good kicker, I think.
Yeah.
Are you guys happy with him?
With Elliott?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
he's the closest thing to David Akers royalties that we've had
Yeah,
since. He's consistent.
He's a damn good kicker. He
Right.
missed one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a rookie. He drilled
Yeah.
a 60-something yarder against the Giants
Yeah.
to win a game. He drilled a close to 50-yarder in the Super Bowl to seal it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, he's fine.
It's tough, man. So it's tough. It's tough. It's tough
Yeah.
kicking in Chicago. It is. So,
Right.
but like,
Shitty turf.
but it's indicative of how they're going to go forward if they, didn't want to do that.
I'll
So,
say this: if he did start the season as the kicker next year, I would not be worried. But he's got to shape up, obviously. That said, there's 10 things on the checklist
before that.
to get right before kicker.
Yeah.
But that's kind of always been his MO. He's money 40 and in. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's his
Other than
money.
extra points.
Very high percentage, but deeper he's just not.
Man, this is what you guys do every week. Just a depressing
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's
Yeah,
tough.
post-game
yeah.
But it's
comments, and you're forced to just talk about your kicker.
Well, it's a talking point today. Another talking point. I mean, of course, Devonta Smith and AJ Brown had big games.
They're the best duo in Eagles
They're
history.
nasty.
They did, but
It's unbelievable.
I thought Jalen Johnson played awesome.
That was his
Yeah, he
best
did.
game of the year.
Yeah, I
I
thought
thought
he-
that was his best game.
thought he played well, and I know it's like people are gonna be like, look at the fucking stat sheet, and like, obviously we're talking about the game directly after it, so we haven't been able to watch everything.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought he made some big plays.
As long as Justin Fields progresses as a passer, like Jalen Hurts did from last year to this year, like you'll be fine.
How
You'll be
big was
absolutely
that
fine.
jump?
Huge. I've never seen anything like it
Okay.
ever.
Yeah.
Like the two things that he needed to improve on was his decision making and his arm strength. Number one, okay, you get in the locker room a little bit earlier, you study more film, like that can improve. I don't understand how his arm got fucking 20 times stronger overnight. Like there are ducks last year
Maybe
that are
he's
still
taking
being shot down.
steroids.
Maybe Dave, maybe that's what every quarterback should do then, if you can
I'm
legally get away
pro-steroid
with
guy.
it. Yeah, but his progression from being just a thrower last year to a passer this year, and not only being efficient but one of the best in the league. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't see it today because he threw a couple wobblers like he did last year.
No, I mean, he's a
especially in his
legit
As an
MVP
outsider, what do you
candidate,
think of
so-
Justin Fields after just watching this isolated game?
I think he has the potential to be a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
What
I actually enjoy hearing that.
did
It makes me warm and fuzzy.
more of from a gamesmanship perspective, like did Jalen really start figuring it out from there? Because let's say that last touchdown pass that Fields had, where they said he could have ran that for 7 yards,
Yeah, he could've.
but he pulled up and he got a wide open guy. DB he bites on the run, and it's shit like that where it's like you're really starting to see the game well. Like, is that something that Jalen took a step on, or it was really just what you just said?
No, it's very, very similar that Jalen obviously improved to be an MVP. Look, there's no reason why Jalen Hurts, second-round pick, the dude who got benched at Alabama at halftime and then couldn't take Oklahoma anywhere, like, is MVP right now. Like, there's no discernible reason why he made that jump. I'm happy he did because he's a great leader, he's a great guy, and he's a perfect franchise quarterback that's about to get fucking paid. That's gonna be a real paycheck.
He is going to get paid.
But
And then having A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith doesn't hurt either.
oh yeah, I mean, that helps. The offensive line's the best in the league.
Yep.
It's
big.
definitely big. But yeah, I'd like to say Justin Fields can make the same jump, but I've never seen a jump like this in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when it's like that season Derrick Rose came back and he started being able to make threes.
Yeah,
yes.
He started.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
It was like, whoa.
You're like, holy shit, he can shoot.
now he's
Yeah.
unstoppable.
Yes.
It's like a new weapon in your
Yeah.
arsenal. So I don't know. I mean, listen, it was to be expected. Like, same thing. We're coming into next week, and we're going to play the Bills on Christmas Eve. And,
Hey, yeah, your back door covered. Just like I
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
So that's a win.
I don't think this stat is right, but in my head, the Bears have covered almost every week.
I saw it the other day. I told you they're like 5th worst against the spread in the NFL.
But how can that be?
It doesn't make
It doesn't
sense.
make any sense.
It must be by like a half point every week or something where they're not covering.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But they're in every game and they look
yeah,
like they're playing. They don't look it. They are playing clean football week to week to week to week, in spite of having really bad football.
they're not
players.
embarrassing.
They're not embarrassing at all.
Yeah.
They haven't had that like last year against the Browns when we watched it at Aurora, the
Yeah,
Hollywood
that was
Casino.
awful.
They haven't had a game like that this year.
Oh, it
Not
was
even
so
close
bad.
to that.
No.
Not even close to that.
And we should know too. I should have said at the top of the show, this is not a Spaces. We're doing this live in the bar, so there won't be callers. So, but you're right, Dave. There hasn't been nothing like that.
And that's an indictment of the coaching staff, and I love that. And it looks like polls, and we said this weeks ago, and I know it's getting redundant, but we've said that they look to be on the right path.
It does,
I was worried they were going
yeah.
to win that game today.
Yeah, I know. It felt possible
Right,
for long
the entire
stretches.
game.
Yeah, and it's just like you want to see a foundation and like good habits because you know you don't
Exactly.
have the talent, but it's like, all right, did these coaches get the absolute most out of what their roster is? You could.
I think
It
they
feels
are.
like they're right. They kind of did.
There's no way you're sold on the coaching yet, right?
I like the coaching
I
staff.
love the coaching staff. I will say though, there's a lot of
everybody
shitty play
kind of
calls
like
by
everybody
Getsy
kind of
today.
like Tressman, and then everyone kind of like Nagy. And
Yeah,
then,
we
like,
yeah,
heard
Nagy
before.
was like-
yeah, he was coach of the year, wasn't he?
Yeah,
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 it was.
everyone was all in on Nagy, and then
Yeah.
He's
Nagy,
12-4. I mean, they were awesome that year.
the drop off was insane. But Nagy also, the thing was it was like, all right, Mitch, year 2, like surely he's gonna incline. We thought that Mitch was the problem, and Mitch was playing decent because of Nagy.
Yeah.
And then little did we know, really, it was just a defense that was just balancing all of that fuck
Everything,
out. You know what I
yeah.
mean? In hindsight, both were bad.
All right, I remember being like, if Mitch can just get incrementally better, like just like a smidge better than what he was in 18.
Oh, yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he got worse, and the coaching staff got worse, and
yeah.
Coaching staff got a
Fangio
lot
got
worse.
yeah,
he got the
He got
Broncos
plucked,
job.
yeah.
And the defense just got marginally
Older,
worse. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of like when you're talking about the coaching staff, it's like, look, you lose Roquan Smith, 8th overall pick, you trade him for whatever. Doesn't look that different en masse with Sanborn in the middle. Like
You're right,
Sanborn's
you're right,
been,
you're
know,
right.
like they're playing about the same level with less talent. So I've been, I find that encouraging.
Yeah.
And I kind of I've liked the coaching staff so far.
Yeah, I have.
But I was about to start to say, Getsy did have a couple. I was like, what the fuck, play calls today.
What exactly?
I wasn't taking notes today, but there was a 3rd and 1 where they dropped back to pass.
Yeah, he got
I
sacked,
mean,
yeah.
you run the ball. Your best rush offense in football, run the ball. If you don't get it, you don't get it, but stick to your strengths. A couple of those, but, I mean,
Yeah.
that's nitpicking.
Yeah, and then
You know?
and you could nitpick Fields a little bit too. There was like
Yeah.
that one series, I think it was in the 3rd
2 in a
quarter,
row, yeah.
where he's just like, dude, like set your feet, make the throw.
Yeah, throwing it across his
And,
body to Komet
so-
on the little out pass, and then
Yeah.
was it a screen?
They had the
that he
screen,
missed?
and then they had the one that he like tried to zip into Komet too.
Right,
and,
yeah.
And yeah, so it's there are nitpicky things, but it's nowhere near the finished product, and I feel like I don't know. Hearing Smitty being like, I think Fields can be a top 5 quarterback.
You
got
get
me
him
a
in
little
the-
He's
gassed
got,
up.
dude. He's got obvious talent.
Yeah.
Like he needs to obviously work on his passing a little bit, his decision making. But other than that, I mean, you saw the run that he had.
It had to
and
have
that
been windy as
unfortunately
fuck
just has a
today,
shelf life
right?
too.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
not gonna be able to be, keep doing that 6-7 years from now.
No, probably
So-
not.
Another obvious game note is Velas Jones.
Are you done,
Yes.
Ed? He's 25. If he was 21, I might be like, all right, 21-year-old, 25.
I mean, you can't be done, but it's
Hey,
not
Ed,
good.
I am done. I'm done. Because I think with the mix that they have, there's just not enough reps. And like for next year when guys are healthy and you want to improve that position anyways, I can't imagine. He has no punt return value. They don't put him back there.
Well, give him every
Yes,
fucking rep
that's
these
what I'm
last 3
saying.
weeks because
Put him punt return, kick return, give him the ball as much as possible.
there is no reason not to give that man
Yes.
as many reps as possible these last 3 weeks because they don't matter.
yeah.
And
Fail
he needs
upwards.
to figure it the fuck up. Yeah. He
Yeah,
needs to
and if
figure
he
it the
keeps
fuck out.
turning it over, who knows? Maybe you catch
That-
the Texans.
But that's what you got to find out. A 3rd round pick, you got to find out. You can't just wave him bye-bye right now. Give him every single punt return, kick return.
Yeah, sure.
Get him a couple screens per game.
I would be surprised if he makes the team next year. I would be
So would I,
surprised.
but at this
Really?
point, that's how I would be operating the rest of this season.
We'll see. A lot has to happen with that wide receiver room, and
Yeah.
it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility for sure. Because
I mean, wide receivers are one thing. You guys got to just draft and hit on linemen.
Yeah.
Offensively and defensively.
And defense, yeah.
that's the thing. We're hopeful, and like just talking to Roan earlier too. It's like you guys are like, I think you guys are going to be really good next year. You got Roan's word was like, I think you guys are going to be like the Eagles next year. We're not going to be like that.
No.
You guys are
No.
too
Yeah,
well
it's-
balanced. Like you guys have it.
They have
Tough.
everything.
Yeah, you guys have
Yeah.
a lot, and that's why I really like your team. I think you guys are.
I mean,
you're
this is one of the most balanced teams I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
offensively, of course, you got the greatest show on turf, the Patriots with Moss and Brady, but this offense can kill you in 9 different ways. Like, okay, you shut down A.J. Brown, there's Devontae Smith. Oh, the passing game's not going. Okay, we got Miles Sanders. Okay, that's not running. Okay, Jalen Hurts can just take it up the dick
Yeah.
for 20 yards
sure.
and pop.
The defense
Like,
is good.
And defensively, that's the third
Yeah.
straight game they had 6+ sacks.
Yeah.
Like
that,
and they
front,
don't
that front four is nasty.
and they don't blitz.
Yeah.
It's
They
just
don't blitz.
pin your head back and go.
Yeah,
But
Get the quarterback, yeah.
Yeah. And it's,
It's
like if you
incredible.
were going to be like, well, what's the strength of the Eagles team? It's like, I don't know, everything.
I'd say the defensive line.
I mean, the
Just,
weakness is special teams. Special teams probably will cost them the game at some point. Or
Yeah.
be really, really bad.
Be a real
Alright.
shame if you guys got bit by a double doink or something.
Almost.
You got doinked
Yeah.
today.
I got doinked,
That'd be a
yeah.
real-
You did get joints.
Yeah.
You did get
I almost
joints.
wish they wouldn't have doinked that.
Yeah, I know. Like I for the record, that kiss does not count.
No, it doesn't.
I'm saving my kiss. Well, I'm saving my kiss for a more meaningful time.
That's fair. That's fair. I will be very accepting of that kiss when it happens.
Okay. But yeah, I think that's what's going to happen when a 12-1 team plays a 3-10 team. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good fight.
Yeah.
Sure.
It wasn't that one.
No, that's what I mean. It's just like watching it. It's
exactly. Like we're like
it's just
That's
kind
what
of
we
it was
watch
kind
every
of
week.
painful to watch.
in a separate way. We've been talking all like the last month. We're just ready to sim these last couple weeks. In a sense, you probably are too. Like you're just ready for the playoffs.
I'm ready for them. And next week's going to be nice because Dallas lost today, but
The juices,
it's going to be
yeah.
the first time they're playing like competition that
Yeah.
should be close to them.
Yeah.
They destroyed the Vikings, though.
You see what the Vikings are. They're kind of frauds.
yeah.
I mean, they're not. I'm
That's
not
it.
worried about the Vikings coming into Lincoln Financial
Hey.
Field and winning. I'm worried about the Cowboys being able to do so. I'm worried about the 49ers possibly able to do so. And that's pretty much kind of it in the NFC.
Vikings just beat Saturday on a Saturday, so
Man, I mean,
Big comeback.
yeah.
Joe and Reg are doing a lot over there.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Smitty, thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah. Good luck to
Besides
the Eagles along the way.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
we'll-
got no issues with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Can I get a pizza score rating on your trip to Chicago this weekend?
this way, I mean, Jalen Hurts all he needed to throw one touchdown pass for me to be a very lucrative man right now. That didn't
Responsibly.
happen. Responsibly.
I didn't realize that A.J. Brown.
Yeah, that's why I was pissed on a 60-yard gain.
I feel bad. I was fucking with you about that. I didn't know you. I apologize for that
I
now.
would say, I mean, it happens. It's football.
I didn't know there was a
Holy
gambling
shit.
line.
That's gambling.
That was
Yeah.
just like Bears Eagles jokes. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
What are you gonna do? No, but it's a good 9.2.
Fuck
Good.
yeah,
I
Smitty.
0.8 off for the cold.
Let's
and the
go.
win.
Let's go.
And you.
All right, Smitty, White Sox, Dave, Eddie, Chief, Bears, Eagles. That's it. We got 3. Well, actually, no, we won't have up spaces for Bills, Bears because it's Christmas Eve, but we will have a regular episode this week on Thursday. We will see you guys Thursday. Thanks for listening.